Okay, Smooth 98.1 here. We are 32 minutes gone past that 6 o'clock hour, and it is Business Express on Smooth Breakfast. I'm Sope Martins. If you are just tuning in, welcome. We are about to give you 15 minutes of some big business stories that are affecting us as Nigerians here in Nigeria. And joining me for today's 15 minutes of goodness, I have got Samuel Oyekanmi, who's a macroeconomics analyst with Nairametrics, who is sponsoring today's show. Good morning, Samuel. How are you?
Good morning, Sope. I'm very well. Good morning, everyone, listeners and viewers. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning, wherever it is you are doing, whatever platform you are tuning in on. If you're up on youtube.com/smooth981FM Lagos, all you need to do to join the conversation is leave your comments up on the live stream. I'll be able to get to it and read out your questions, your comments, whatever. You can also send WhatsApp messages in to 0809 4440981, and you can tweet at us because we are at Smooth981FM up on Twitter. All right, so Samuel, lots of interesting stuff happening business-wise and like with regards to our money and especially our Forex. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna discuss today is we've been on this foreign education beat for a while now, and this latest headline is news from the CBN, which says foreign education gulps $378 million in 5 months. So my first question to you is this, Samuel, when you see a whole $378 million, especially when we see what the Naira is to the dollar today, just heading out of the country for education, but then nothing is coming back, in the other direction. What exactly are the implications of this?
Oh, well, directly, we're already seeing some of those implications right now. And that's why you're seeing a lot of scarcity of dollars and a lot of speculations around the exchange rate, parallel markets just nosediving here and there. Even in the official market, we're also seeing Naira just going a little bit upward. At least when we started this year, it was around 416. Right now, we're already moving around 425, 430. It means as much as we are feeling the effect in the black market, the CBN is also feeling the effect even at the official market, despite intervention. And it just speaks a lot to the quality of education that is in Nigeria. Of course, everybody sees today, ASU has been on strike for over 5 months now. You would expect most Nigerians right now are taking are just using education really as an excuse to just leave this country. Aside from education, we have a whole lot of problem ravaging the fact that a lot of people are not even secured about their future. The essence of going to school is to get a job. Some don't even have a job. They don't even have the certainty that they'll get a job. So of course, every youth right now, about 90% of youth want to leave this country, and the term right now is Japa. So if that's term, yeah, of course.
Jackpot, so education, those are the two terms we know now.
Yeah, too. Yeah. So everybody wants to leave the country, and education is like the best bet to leave. It's just quite unfortunate that as much as we are the largest economy in Africa, the giant of Africa now in quotes, we do not have even African countries, small African countries, people who come from there to study in Nigeria. And of course, who wants to come to a country where a 4-year course, you might actually spend about 7 years for that particular course? No one. And Nigerians are now going to smaller African countries for education, even beyond going to the UK, US, Canada. No, they are now going to other countries like Ghana, Togo, Benin Republic to study. And it just tells you about the quality of education we have in Nigeria.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I mean, quality of public education, because I know we've got some pretty good private tertiary institutions.
Yeah, we do, but how many can we take now?
Well, there is that. So basically, we are in a pattern. Is there any way that we can break this pattern, or we're just going to?
There could have been, anyways, but I don't think the government will be willing to do that. You know, there are quite a number of things that goes on in Nigerian economy, and we practice a pseudo-socialist system. We say we are a capitalist system. At the same time, we also practice socialism. Education in Nigeria right now is actually, to be fair, it is cheap, and
it's
the Nigerian,
cheap.
Yeah, very cheap.
That is why it is on and off.
Yes, the government cannot handle the expenses that come from that place because they are subsidizing petrol, which is actually irrelevant. We are spending so much on recurrent expenditure, paying
Apparently
salaries.
subsidizing electricity, which
Yeah, well, to an
I
extent.
thought we weren't, but apparently, yeah, to an extent. So there's a lot of subsidies going around.
A
I
lot.
see what you mean. All right, now, so this data is coming out as the ASU strike continues. So just how much trouble, because I would ask, like, is our public education sector in serious trouble? But we already know it's in serious trouble. We already know that. Just how serious is the trouble is what I would ask you.
Oh, well, it is very serious. That's the time. I was talking to someone yesterday who is a student and she was tired. I told her there's hardly any graduates or elderly person that you talk to in Nigeria who graduated in Nigeria and did not experience this much. At least 1 year would aggregate you'd have to spend at home due to strike actions. And it's just terrible. It tells you that in the future, not even in the future, it's now, it's happening now. We're going to have a lot of intellectual flight. A lot of intellects leaving this country, either as a result of education or them looking for greener pasture. And an economy that does not have a functioning public educational system, the economy is going to die, because the people who are expected to come develop policies, who are expected to enhance your economy, either through production, trade, banking, and every other services, they are not even in school right now. They're writing jam, but school is not even in session. I'm just surprised. I don't know how that works in this country, but we are really in a deep mess. And except that it's being tackled, I don't know where we are heading to. And the president has given directives, and honestly, I don't know where we're heading to.
Speaking about this, by the way, so it was exactly 1 week ago that we got this report that President Buhari had given the Minister of State for Education, Adamu, 2 weeks to report back on the ASU situation. So 1 week has passed. Do you think that he's going to be able to report anything significant?
Yeah, well, he's going to report something. How significant is what we don't know. They've been having meetings and meetings for months, and nothing has happened. And right
Samuel,
now,
has hope fled your heart? What's happening?
Honestly, I'm not really so patriotic right now when you think about it. Honestly, because they've had meetings and meetings and meetings. This issue that ASU is asking for, what these demands, they're not new. They didn't just come up.
Gosh, they are not new.
They have been agreements years down the line. And my theory earlier this year was that this administration is going to drag this demand on up to 2023, when education is not really the priority of people and it's all about politics and election. Then they're just going to leave the problem to the next president that is coming. So please come and deal with this stuff. We're going. That's my theory anyway. So I'm hoping that with the NLC and every other sector also joining in on this strike, probably there could be some headway. But really, I do not see the minister coming up with any solution in just 1 week. Really,
it was a bit of an ambitious thing, significance in 2 weeks. But well, we'll see. He's got a week left. We'll see what happens, Samuel. All right, so now I've got this bit of news that came in about Kwara State, which has apparently signed a wage agreement with tertiary institutions workers. This was yesterday, signed an agreement with the Joint Public Service Negotiating Council on the implementation of the 30,000 Naira minimum wage and consequential adjustment for non-teaching staff at the Colleges of Education, Kwara State Polytechnic, and the College of Arabic and Islamic Legal Studies. And I've got a couple of quotes that I want to read out for the people, for our viewers and our listeners. So the first comes from the first is this. Everyone knows the situation of things today in the country. Many states in the country are finding it very difficult to pay the necessary wages, including Kwara. But His Excellency, Malam Abdul Rahman and Abdul Razak, has made the payment of salaries the first line of charge to ensure that all salaries are paid as and when due. That was from Modupe Oluwole, who's Kwara State head of service. Also have another quote from the same person. Governor Abdul Razak recognizes the fact that workers are key and they need their pay, and he's doing all he can to ensure that workers get paid. Almost everything that comes to the state goes to the payment of salaries. We have states that are counting months of unpaid salaries, but the situation is not like that in Kwara State. So those are a couple of quotes that are of of great interest coming in from Kwara State with regards to this. So the one line that came out to me was this one: almost everything that comes to the state goes to the payment of salaries. So on that note, I'm just going to end the show, but I do want to give out some really interesting information, right? Which is this. First of all, you can follow Nairametrics at Nairametrics on all social media platforms. And you can also subscribe to their premium newsletter, Stock Select newsletter, as a SSN. And it's a weekly stock guide written by Ugodre on local and international best performing stocks to guide investors on what to buy, sell, and hold. Because you know what? You got to know when to hold them. Yes, and so we're offering a 30% discount to all subscribers from Business Express. That's what we can do for you here on Business Express. So make sure you visit ss.nairametrics.com/coupon and enter the promo code SMOOTHFM to get the discount. Did you get that promo code? SMOOTHFM. And all you need to do is go to ss.nairametrics.com/coupon, enter the promo code SMOOTHFM, and you will be able to get the discounts. And that is that for Business Express on Nairametrics, for Business Express, which was brought to you by Nairametrics here on Smooth 981 FM. Okay, so just to say a big thank you to my guest, Samuel Oyekanmi, who had to leave, but he's a macroeconomics analyst with Nairametrics, and he was just giving us the gist on what is going on, when it comes to our education sector. But that's all I've got time for. It's time to say goodbye. But coming up, it is going to be really good music. I've got Kanan for you with Waving Flag, some Rachel Kerr, and even Africa by Toto. Keep it tuned and keep listening.
Business Express on Smooth 98.1, brought to you by Nairametrics, creating wealth through information.
Money, they say, makes the world go round.